That's right. All the big stars are out here because David Stern is. Oh, that's nice. It was good to see you out. How you doing, Worms? Yeah, good to see him. Yeah, we are back with David Stern. See, now that's a guy you should party with and hang out with. Dennis Rodman, no.
No.
Why not?
He's good now. Dennis has cleaned up his act. He's doing very well, by the way.
I'm delighted to hear it, seriously.
That's good. We are. All right, well, one of his former teammates, Shaquille O'Neal, made a little news during the off day in between games 1 and 2. He actually revealed a little bit more than we probably wanted to know.
I know I have to get up in the morning, put my underwear on first, and then put my pants on first. I don't need people to tell me that. Yeah, thongs. Elephant striped.
You know, he's my next door neighbor, and I know that's true from looking in his window.
Okay, Tommy, thank you.
You know, if they could ask President Clinton whether he wore boxers or briefs, this is actually nothing.
True.
Yeah, nobody's asked you, right?
No. And I wouldn't tell.
You wouldn't tell. It's a secret.
Okay, good. Thank you. Whew.
Commissioner, I'm from Detroit. I've played in Denver. I played in Indiana. Now I play in Canada. Will the game ever go international? Because I'm sure you'd probably be sending me over there for this.
Well, we're going to keep you here until you get it right. Okay? But no, you know, we think that it's going to happen. There will be franchises in Europe eventually. The major issue is, and we get spoiled here in the U.S., is they don't have our buildings. We have these great buildings. By the time the Nets do their building, we will have had 30 new buildings since 1987, starting with Detroit. And there's nothing like the Palace at Auburn Hills, for example. The oldest of the buildings would still be by far the best building in Europe by a factor of 10.
Now, if there's a team in Italy, I will go and coach. Matter of fact, I'll wear a suit and be nice to them.
Just because you raised that difficult question with me with appropriate apologies, I was almost going to raise your performance at All-Star, but I'm not going.
Sad.
Oh, you're supposed to be old and not remember a lot. All right. So we talk about international, but there's a couple of cities, but one in particular here in the United States that needs a pro basketball team. That's Las Vegas. Will that ever happen?
Well, I think Las Vegas is a great city, and gambling per se, we don't have a problem with at all. I mean, it's a state-regulated, legal, etc. But what we've said is they would have to take the basketball book off the betting. And if that happens, there'll be a candidate just like every other city.
Wait, let me interrupt 1 second. But Detroit has gambling, and New Orleans.
They don't have sports. They don't have a basketball book
Don't have a basketball book?
They don't have it in Toronto. They don't have it in New Jersey. They don't have it any place. There's only one place in the country that has a legal book, and that's Las Vegas.
Well, I think the international thing is good because everybody likes basketball, and I want everybody to like Americans. And the more we get it out there, the better it'll help us, and people will like us more.
By the way, don't you guys
agree?
Let me tell you, when we took the Spurs and Memphis to France in the preseason. Now, American-French relations are not at their highest ebb. They cheered both teams 1-12 on both rosters, standing O in Bercy Arena, 14,500 fans. Sports does come in peace. Then we went on to Spain. We took the Grizzlies there. We're going to China in October with Yao Ming, the Rockets, to play Sacramento in Beijing and Shanghai preseason
Hey, we should cover that. The best damn, and I should go.
Wait a minute. I'll tell you where I think he should go. We have Utah is playing Chiska, Red Army Moscow in Moscow.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be hot.
I think we should send Sally.
Hey,
Definitely.
If you send me anywhere outside America, I'm going.
Siberia.
Okay, you're invited. Okay, no, I'll tell you what. The teams are received, by it's an international language. Fans just love to talk basketball, and we're going to have 205 countries covering this year's finals. They're on ABC here, but they're on
because everybody loves the Lakers. That's what it is. They love the Lakers.
That almost worked, Big suck up.
I'll tell you what, this guy has a one-track mind.
Hey, you're lucky. You only have to deal with him twice a year. We have to do it every day of the week. So please,
You're right.
You're fortunate. All right, MJ, we're going to see him in the owner's booth anytime soon.
I don't want to put a time on it, but I do think that he is up to considering options for ownership.
Are you disappointed he's not in yet?
It's a process that's not as easy as I would like it to be, so I can't say I'm disappointed. I think it's an ongoing process that will result in Michael Jordan being part of an ownership group for an NBA team in due course.
I'd like to see Sally coach for Michael Jordan. Can you do that?
I'm not sure about how Michael Jordan feels.
Who cares what he says? Hey, we got much more coming your way with one of the most powerful people and pleasant people in all sports. He is David Stern. We're going to be talking Olympics and much more with him right after this. To join us live because we're back with another segment with the NBA commissioner, David Stern.
I love Kareem.
We love him.
He's great.
The man could flat out score, something John Sally could not do during NBA All-Star Weekend. You brought it up in the last segment, so we ran back. We got the video. Sal, we don't mean to embarrass you, but
look how good my form is. Look how good the form.
Sal, that was hurting me. I was watching you, Sal. It was hurting me.
Mr. Commissioner,
I feel like hey, Tom, I feel like Karl Malone.
Any thoughts, Mr. Commissioner?
Yes. My mother always said that if you can't say anything nice about someone, don't say anything.
I hit the big shot. I hit him half court.
Commissioner, are you at all concerned about so many players declining to play in the Olympics? I wasn't asked to go, but are you?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I think that the players should have a right to go and represent their country, and they should have a right to decide that they have other reasons to stay home, whether it's injury, whether it's marriage, whether it's the fact that they're a free agent and don't want to jeopardize the rest of their really earning power. I don't have any problem at all with that.
Are you going to the Olympics, Commissioner?
I am.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
And plus, I heard from a lot of guys being married should be the reason you want to go.
That is true. That is true. That's why I'm going.
I'm not sure exactly. I want to respond to that.
As you can tell, Jalen's very quick-witted. He's funny. He's intelligent, and that's why he is our NBA Finals correspondent. Now, over the weekend, we sent him to Media Day. Here's a little taste of what happened. You can critique him.
What do you think about retiring or coming to Toronto?
Well, Jamal, I just think that it's one of those great things that I've been fortunate to be around, you know.
You going to go through the Pistons, bad boys, too? You got to go through my man, Sheed. All right? So watch him doing this thing in the NBA Finals and Detroit representing.
Yes, sir. And you know this.
Not bad. Okay.
Well, I'm getting a little too much practice. I got to get to a playoff
But
team.
you did good. You know what was great about that is that when you talked to Rasheed Wallace, there was more. You saw a fun kid, you know. We always show the highlights of getting thrown out of the game or whatever. But when you get to see the real people, it makes you appreciate it more.
That's usually true, really, of all NBA players. You get to know them. These are real people, real lives, real issues, real families. And the more you get to know them, the more you like them.
Well, maybe you can introduce Phil Jackson to Jamal Rose over here, which is what he calls him.
I just want to, down memory lane, I want to tie two things together. I not only got to give the Rookie of the Year trophy to Mark Jackson, but talk about Las Vegas. I was there when the gentleman sitting in your audience set the all-time record for points scored in NBA games.
It was very nice.
And it was quite a time, and it was quite a time for the NBA. One of the great careers.
Well, Mr. Commissioner, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for making us a stop on your tour, and we will see you again in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you.
David Stern, everybody. Guys, we got much more coming your way. It'll look like this.